My name is Johnny. All right, y'all. We live as fuck. Let me do something real quick. I hope it don't freeze up again. Let me do something real quick on make this private, change this privacy right here. All right, here we go. Say that. Okay, bet. We're gonna go back to TikTok. All right, y'all. What's up? We in the building. Damn, my battery dying over here. Let me see how much time I got left. So if my time die on Bigo, I apologize. I need to go ahead and throw it on the charger real quick. But we live, so we're gonna go ahead and get it popping. Just to let y'all know, we live on Facebook, we live on YouTube, Instagram, live on TikTok, and we live on Bigo. So it's just cameras all around me. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. I feel like I'm the president right now. So, yo, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into the topic of today. Before we get into the topic today, I need all y'all to like and share and send emojis. If y'all feeling what I'm doing, make sure y'all send some emojis so we can get those algorithms going. And that's what helps push the content is getting the algorithms going. So I appreciate each and every one of y'all for tapping in. Beagle, I'm sorry, but you're probably going to be kicked off a little early because my battery is just going low. All right, so, but yo, send some emojis, send some all that while you in here. But yeah, y'all, we got Mother's Day coming up. What y'all finna do for Mother's Day? Y'all got plans for your mom for Mother's Day? Y'all plan on taking her out to eat? What y'all gonna do? You know what I'm saying? I think I'm going to take my mom to dinner. That was a plan, I believe, and then we're gonna get her something. So it's gonna go all out for Mother's Day because it's only once a year. So it's time to do something big for mom. And appreciate the 72 people on here already. That's dope. I love it. So with that being said, it's a big day Sunday. I think I'm gonna be taking pictures, Mother's Day pictures, all weekend long at the club and things like that. So hopefully I can make some money. And I'm supposed to have a party, a Mother's Day party on Friday. I have to hit her because she said she's supposed to tap in with me today. So I'm gonna be around some moms on Friday. So hooking them up, making them feel good and stuff like that. So that's what it is. But that's what I do. You know, I'm an event guy. If it's an event, I'm there. Only if I'm paid though. I gotta be paid. I gotta be paid to be at your event. No, I swear. But this for real because it's stuff costs. Stuff is expensive for me to be able to bring everything to y'all. And y'all, you gotta see. You have got to see this setup. It's live. It's dope. It's got cameras all around me. So then I'm gonna have some webcams going here soon. So the whole setup is gonna be dope. We're gonna be all over the world with this podcast. So make sure y'all tap in. But with that being said, the topic of the day is the government responsible for breaking up black families? Now, I just want to say, if I look over here, I don't think I'm ignoring y'all. I'm just gotta address everybody and all the cameras. So just know that. I don't think I'm looking over at something else, but I just gotta address all the cameras. I don't want to ignore anybody. But I just want to go into this topic and talk about it. So I wasn't going to talk about it because I don't want nobody after me, CIA, nothing like that. No, but I just, it's something that I think that we all need to take a look at. And it's something that needs to be discussed. So we're going to go ahead and get started here in a little bit. Thanks everybody for tapping in. My name is Johnny. I got to play my theme song and get it started over here. So here we go. My name is Johnny. This is Live with Johnny. right. Yeah, we in the building. So the topic of today is the government responsible for breaking up black families. And I just want to go over some examples and things that I think could possibly be a reason for why this is a very important topic. For one, I was talking about like food stamps earlier today and the fact that black females, period, are really the they're the ones that are getting the food stamps, or like families, but single females are getting the food stamps. And like being a single black male as myself, it's really hard for us to get any type of government assistance like food stamps, which is really it really shows itself when you're talking about nutrition and black nutrition and the fact that our health is bad. Our health is really bad, you know. And one of the reasons that our health is bad is because we don't eat right. You know, I struggled with my weight for years and years, and finally I snapped out of it and was like, I got to start eating better. You know what I'm saying? So I can feel better. You know, people getting older, and when they get older, things start going wrong in their body, and you feel it. You know, sort of like a car. When your car starts breaking down, that warning light comes on and things like that. That you know it's time to start getting serviced and maintenance. If something is going wrong, something's about to give out. And so I started experiencing certain things, which let me know that I got to change it up. Otherwise, things are going to go out. And some people, some black men never get to that point to where they go get serviced, or, and I'm referring to cars again, and, you know, things give out. I just had it in my job. One of the managers, black manager, you know, bigger guy, was 32 years old, had a heart attack and died. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's getting younger and younger, especially with this processed food. We can't no longer think that we're gonna live into our 50s, 60s, 70s and not take care of ourselves. You know, it can come at any time once you pass 30. So that's something that, you know, we definitely take a look at. But I'm not gonna get too far off the subject. The point is that food is so expensive anymore, and being a single black male and you're trying to crunch and save, you may go for the cheaper food. It's just natural. You know, I did that for years. Even when I had a family, to make the money go further, I would go for the cheaper food. The food you can just, and then you don't want to sit and cook every day because you're stressed out with the. I don't know, say stressed out, but stressed out sometimes, worn out from dealing with the kids. You just want to something that you can just throw in a microwave and boom, feed everybody. And now on top of that is when money gets thin, you start looking for things that are not expensive, because a lot of times the healthy stuff is really it's pricey. It's pricey. Me going to the grocery store and spending $60 is a lot different from the $60 to spend uh, when I wasn't trying to eat healthy. I would go and get a whole bunch of stuff for $60. Now it's like I'm looking at like I'm not getting as much with that money, because the thing about it is trying to um, eat healthier is expensive, you know. So that brings me to a point of food stamps. They're not giving us food stamps in order for us to buy the higher foods or to make our money go further. But we need nutrition as well. We need to be able to go and get fruit. I know, like, I don't know if it's called WIC. I'm not sure what it's called, but something that um, I know the people, food stamps recipients get, where they can go to like the farmer's market and get fresh fruit, you know. And it's funny because I remember when I was married, and we got the fresh food stamps or whatever additional, and we never went. So some of that stuff goes to waste. But I would definitely go now. I would go get, you know, all the fresh fruit and stuff like that, you know, because I'm in a different mindset right now. But what I'm saying is that the government is basically making sure that the kids get good food, and not only the kids, that the moms and I only know about what I know about. I know white moms probably get it too, white single moms too, but I'm talking about black moms. They make sure that they're able to get fresh vegetables and fruit. Now, whether they get that or not, that's a different story. But they making sure that they're able to get that. So that's in that household. That's available in that house. Is within reach in that household. But then you talk about a single dad, black dad, and I gotta pay my car note. I gotta pay my rent or house payment. I gotta pay insurance. All of these things that you have to pay, and then at the then you you know what's left is what you got to use for your grocery bill. So obviously you're gonna try to make that dollar go as far as you can. So that's where you start cutting corners at. That's where you start cutting corners at. And not only that, like if you a black male and a single black male, and then you're not may not always feel like cooking every day. Me, I have to make myself cook every day so I can not saying that everything out there is not good because I know there's some good things out there, but when you cook your food, you can kind of see what's going into the food. You can kind of as far as the spices and extra shit like that. If you go to a restaurant every day, you're not gonna be able to see what they're putting in it to make it taste the way it do. Does that make sense? So, um, cooking at home, you're able to see what goes into it. You're able to subtract some things out of it in order to achieve that taste that you want to get to. My point is that single dads don't always want to cook. Even, I mean, black men in general, we don't always want to cook. It's we grew up with somebody cooking for us. Unless we learn at an early age to cook for ourselves, we grew up with somebody cooking for us. So we have to get into a routine of cooking for us. But a lot of times, for convenience wise, because we're always working, trying to provide for the family and things like that, we may just go get something quick, fast food. I'm guilty of it myself. I try to break myself as much as possible. But I know I'll be driving down the street and see McDonald's and Burger King and 2 for $5s and all that. two for $6. I think Arby's got the famous 2 for $6 and things like that. And that's the type of stuff because it's quick and it's fast, but it's not always the best for us, and that there lies the problem. Um, but like I said, sometimes even and somebody made a post. They said McDonald's is now like the cost of McDonald's is the same as eating healthy, and it has become to that. It used to be like McDonald's was like really really cheap, or Taco Bell is really, really cheap, and then you can go get that. But nowadays, a value meal, I think I've seen the new chicken sandwich they got with bacon is like $7 just for one burger. I can only imagine how much it is with fries and a drink. You know, so anymore, there's really no excuse except for the time it takes to cook your food. But even that's a problem because you don't have the time to sit there and prepare a hot meal. So it's always easier, excuse me, to go grab a quick meal. But I don't want to get too far off the subject. But what I'm saying is that it's if a single mom gets married, right, and therefore, and he has a job, her income is going to maybe double, maybe even triple, depending on what he does for a living, and that may knock her off of the food stamp program because now she's making more money. There's more money coming into the household. So that's an incentive right there for really a female to be like, I don't want to have a man because I'm getting benefits that if I allow you to come into our house, and then she's thinking in the back of her mind, I don't know if you're going to be there forever. So why would I take a chance of losing my benefits? So her mindset may just be like, we could just be, we don't have to make that jump to be married. Where before in society, a female really kind of thought, and I don't want to get in trouble by females when I say this, but they kind of mindset was like, I need to get married and have kids. Now it's I need to have kids and I don't care about getting married. You see how it's starting to change a little bit, and not only that, with housing too. Um, when I met my wife, she lived in what you call well, no, it was like apartments. It was out like apartments in Event Highlands, and I wasn't allowed to live there. I had to sneak and live there. But when the social worker came over, whatever, I had to pretend like I didn't live there or even be gone. Like that's gonna promote um, men not being in the household because as soon as we got married, then she no longer qualified for housing or Section 8 is that's what Section 8. So there's another incentive for a female to be like, yo, I don't want to get married because I'm gonna lose my Section 8. Then I gotta pay instead of paying $250 for a nice place. Now you gotta pay seven, eight, a couple, a thousand for a nice place. So that's like the government basically making it so a female might not want a man. You know what I'm saying? And then like as far as and then you got to look at taxes. Being married, you get less amount of taxes unless you know some codes and some tricks. But ideally, you're gonna get less amount of taxes if you're married than if you're single. You're gonna get more taxes if you're single and have kids. If you're single and have 4 kids, you're gonna get a massive amount of taxes. And if you know, like I know, tax season, I made a song about it. If you know, like I know, tax season is the shit for females because they get a back a guap of money. I mean, for everybody because you get back money, but especially for a single black female, they're gonna get it back a lot of money, especially if they have kids. But if she gets married, then those opportunities are taken away. So that's just 3 examples of how the government and 3 huge examples. We're talking about food and we're talking about money and we're talking about housing. So I'm sorry, not 2 examples. That's 3 examples. Major things in a female's life that would, if she gets with a dude and they get married, might be taken away from her. So in the back of her mind, and she may not say this. I've heard females say this. She might not say this, but subconsciously, she thinking that it's better for me to stay single than to have a man. Therefore, you get to saying, I don't need a man. And it wasn't always like that. The government, until the government stepped in, it wasn't always like that. Females kind of felt like they needed a man in their life, but now they get so many incentives going to school and things like that that they feel like, hey, I don't need a man. It's not um, mandatory anymore. You actually can do better off if you don't have a man. Is what the government promotes. Now, that portion of it is the government. The other thing is the agenda that's set forth as far as the music. Now, I don't know if the government has anything to do with the music portion of it, but you have that agenda set in music as well, to where you have a lot of female entertainers coming out basically talking about they don't need a man. It's a whole agenda behind it. Like when I was growing up and things like that, and I don't want to age myself, but when I was growing up, you had songs that talking about how they need a man, how they could take care of their man. Even Beyonce came out with a song talking about how she want to put his do rag on and things like that, dance for you, things like that. And then it kind of changed to where Destiny Child was talking about bills, bills, bills. Can you pay my bills? Some of those songs came first, but how you talking about my bills, 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 and things like that. So the whole agenda started changing to where they felt like I don't need no man no more. So now you have a whole generation of females, and then you got the female rappers coming out talking about they don't need no man, how they playing the game. They got like 5 or 6 dudes and things like that, and they get money from dudes. Now you have a whole generation that really feel like they don't need no man. The man is being strategically strategically taken out of the equation, and that's a problem. That's a huge problem because the black family is being broken down. It's cute when you hear it in a song and whatever, maybe to some people, but at the end of the day, the black family has been broken down. And that's something that society has been trying to do since back in the slavery days, pull the man away from the black woman. And now it's happening. It took some time to happen, but you have to understand some of these people who set agendas for generations. It's not to happen within the first year or two or three. It's to happen for, down the generations. Just like the Jim Crow, and I forgot what they called that in the slavery days, where they were putting black people against each other. And he said that this what he teach black people will last for generations. Like they're very patient about how they set forth agendas. Willie Lynch, thank you. And they're very patient how they set forth agendas. So this is starting to take, it's starting to form itself right now. It's starting to happen right now. So, and I seen something post the other day where they use AI talking about y'all black women need to get with white men because now white men, what what it was trying to say was white men to treat you better. Or I seen something that said Mexican men to treat you better. And that's the agenda that they starting to push now. Is to step outside your race and try something else. It may not work with this generation because this generation is set forth on I gotta have my black man, woo, woo, woo. But think about the next generations because they're the ones that's really dedicated to the internet, to social media like that. So over time, they slowly start breaking down the system, break it down. First, I'm gonna make it to where females feel like they yelling out, "I don't need no man, I don't need no man, I don't need no man," and then slowly start introducing something else. Oh yeah, you could have a man, a better man, out of your race. That's the whisper that they starting to tell these females. So, y'all, I'm saying we got to be very careful. This agenda is out there strong. You got society breaking men down, and what was the colors I was watching, and the lady said the first thing you got to do to break men down is start putting them in dresses, start putting them, getting the purses and stuff like that, feminizing them. That's how they try to do in the slavery days, try to feminize them. But black men, we wasn't having that. We was like, nah, fuck that. We ain't putting on no dress. We nah. So they left it alone, but now they're starting to slowly introduce it. Basketball players, rappers, starting to put on the dresses, and that's how you break up. That's how you break black men down. Because you take away the manhood. You take away for females feeling like they need a man in their life, and strong black men. Oh, he ain't no strong black man. Woo woo. They call him all types of names, and he's sassy. The female feel like you sassy. See, that's the one thing about females. Females are attracted to who they feel can protect them. They protectors. That's who they're attracted to. So you gotta go after that. You gotta attack that if you want to break them down. And that's what you see happening right now. Again, it's a slow process. It's not overnight. It's not next week. It's a slow process. Because if you can't do it in this generation, then you try to work on it for the next few generations. Because they're not going to see the same. They're not going to see things the same way that we see it today. They're not going to agree with what we agree with. Willie Lynch, the old don't respect the young don't respect the old. So it starts changing. And our guards start getting let down over time. They start introducing fashion that's more female like. I went to the mall yesterday and I was like, man, let me get some of these because now I'm starting to wear my weight has changed a little bit, so I want to get more fashionable, wear some different clothes. And I was the stack jeans. I wanted to get some stack jeans. And these stack jeans look just like female pants. I was like, hold on, that's too much. They was tight and then bell bottoms and then like the way it was ripped up at the bottom. I swear I've seen females wearing these clothes. Who's wearing this shit? It's in the dude section. These are female pants in the dude section. But they dude pants. Y'all, we are in trouble. Like the clothes, and stuff. That's what I'm gonna play that. Once I'm gonna get that next time, I'm gonna get that video and I'm gonna play it. That's what that lady said in Colors, and this was 10 years ago. She said the way you start breaking black men down is putting them, taking them out of pants and putting them in skirts. What did Cat Williams say that all comedians have to do to be on top? Put on a skirt. So they have to flash that and portray that to our black men. So it's now if you show it to us once, man, they ain't gonna put that on no, man, fuck that. They ain't put on no skirt. But then you start putting it on our favorite stars, Martin Lawrence. Man, fuck that. Martin Lawrence you put on? Maybe. No, but still, fuck that. Then Young Thug. Oh, he had on a whole dress. I thought it was AI for AI came out. I was like, ain't no way in the world they got this dude in a pink, purple dress. This is some AI shit. And AI ain't even came out yet. This dude put on a whole dress. Now I think it's Little Uzi. He's starting to, slowly. Our rappers are starting to dress like women, wearing big bags and shit. Oh, I got a bag. Okay, a bag of money. But why is it necessary for you to wear a bag around like that? Why? White men don't do that shit. They have a credit card or they have a wallet or something. They ain't walk around with no big old bag. The fuck is that? But that's how you start introducing stuff. You make it cool. I got a bag. Oh yeah, he got a bag. I guarantee you, if I get one of them bags and walk around, they're gonna be like, oh, he with the shit because he got a bag. you know, it's that's that shit we gotta watch out for. And then I'm gonna show you how they get our kids. And we're gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna show you how they get our kids. Okay, little Nas came out, and the industry didn't tell you he was gay, but they blew him up first. Now you got all the kids, male kids, singing it. Y'all gave them y'all kids, they singing it, yeah, Old Town Road and ooh. And then a year or so later, he gay. Let's go ahead and bring him out all the way. He gay. See, that confuses your kids. Because y'all got him to where he was loving, they was loving him, singing him in school. That's my favorite song, Old Town Road. Yeah, that's the shit. Yeah, I'm pumping that up. Yeah, I love that song. And then switched it on us. That's what they feeding our kids. That's that agenda. Now he feels so good that he going back to he trying to be saved because he understand that he was put in that position to lead kids down the wrong path. So now he feeling guilty, but the damage is done. You can't never put the genie back in the bottle. Once it's out, you can't never put the genie back in the bottle. Just think how many kids that turn. Music is powerful. Music is very powerful, and they're using music as the vehicle to do a lot of this stuff. To tell women you don't need a man in your life. To tell young men, no, you don't need to be man like. I was listening to a song the other day, and it talked about how he was masked up and he went and shot somebody. And we had that same incident here in Peoria. And it's a popular song. I'm gonna do a TikTok about it. It's a popular song. And he talked about how he masked up and he ran up on somebody and shot him. And before this stuff happens, we rocking to it, we bumping it, we playing it. I played it in the club a few times. I played it at parties. But that's how they get us. It's subliminal. But then when it actually happened, we're like, oh my God, this is what we promote that. We allow that to be promoted. You see? It's that agenda, and it sneaks up on us. I'm not necessarily saying it's our fault. It's not our fault because we not conscious when it comes to that type of stuff. We don't focus on lyrics like that. If it sound good, it got a nice beat to it. You can say whatever you want to on the track. I was just telling somebody that who was getting into music. If you say it in the right type of way, you can say whatever you want to on a track. You talking about eating ass, and people gonna bob their head. Yeah, that's hot, because it got a nice beat to it. That's just music is powerful. Period. So I'm not necessarily saying it's our fault, but I'm just saying we have to be more conscious to what we listen to and what we allowing our kids to listen to. Just this weekend, just this weekend, I was at a 16-year-old party, and the DJ, and shout out to the DJ because he's a good DJ. He was playing "Sexy Red," the unedited version. He's first started playing songs with the edited version. You know what I'm saying? Where they was like zoop 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 zoop, and then after a while, he started playing all the songs with the unedited version. So they talking about pussy, da da da, just everything, everything. It was every song was unedited. And somebody walked up to him and was like, "Man, this is a 16-year-old party. Do you think she be playing that?" And he made a very good point. He said, "You know what? They listen to that on their own." And he made the dude that came up to him jump. You know, he kind of fell back and was like, "Whoa, he got a point. These kids are listening to that on their own. That you ain't the fact in the fact that you would go to a party and play the edited version, you're gonna look silly to them because that's not how they listen to it. It's a different generation. They not running like when I was coming up. We would go to the radio station or go turn on the radio and listen to songs or whatever, and press record and dub it off the radio. They not doing that. They got all these music sites or YouTube, and that's how they get their music, the unedited version. That's how they listen to the music, the unedited version. So you go to a party as a DJ, you go play the edited version. And he said he'd be at high school events, and the principal will come up to him and be like, "Yeah, I understand that some of the music playing gonna be edited because that's how they listen to it." That's the society we live in. is here, y'all. We have got to be more conscious as far as what we allow us to listen to and what we allow our kids to listen to. Because eventually we're going to be the ones that have to explain it and pay for it. So just keep that in mind, y'all. Especially when y'all listen to somebody like Sexyy Red. And to be honest with you, I don't listen to Sexyy Red like just on a regular. That's just not my type of, you know what I'm saying, of rap. But like this weekend, I heard some of her songs, and y'all, it's basically a porno with a beat behind it. A lot of her songs are basically porno with a beat behind it. So, and she's very, very popular, very popular. Probably one of the best female rappers out right now. Not saying lyric wise, but the most popular females out rappers out right now. And her lyrics are very, very raunchy. That's all she talk about is sex. So just keep that in mind, y'all. And going raw, dog. That's her thing. Is raw sex without a condom. I want to say what up to Edgar. I want to say what up to Teresa, Cozilla. What's up, y'all? Thank y'all for joining in. Everybody who tapped in. 3 Low Glow. Appreciate you. Kush. Appreciate you. So you have to understand what type of society that we live in today. And to answer my question, do I think the government is responsible for breaking black families down? I do. I think they have their hand in it. I think they're very conscious as far as what they're doing. It could be an experiment or whatever, but I definitely think they're very conscious as far as what they're doing to break the black family down. Statistically, it's being said that if a black male father is not in the household, it's more likely that that child will be in a troubled adulthood. More likely, the chances of that child being a troublemaker, being in a troubled lifestyle goes up drastically by not having a male in the house, a father in the house. So by taking that father out the house, that child is more likely to go to jail, spend time in prison. So if I know that, I know the government know that. I know they know that. Just like the government knew that having these big ass projects was a bad idea and that it's going to cause violence and murders and shootings and drugs. They knew that statistically. Statistics told them that. But yet still they built these projects and kept building these projects. I gotta think. It's a trap. We like mice. Whether it's an experiment or whatever, we like mice in the trap. Because a lot of times we don't say nothing. We just go with the flow. And that's never good. So we're going to get out of here. I want to thank y'all for tapping in. I think I talked enough. Hopefully I got something out of this podcast. But we're going to jump out of here. My name is Johnny Johnny, and this is Live with Johnny Johnny. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure that y'all comment. Make sure that y'all sharing. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and all that. So we're going to get out of here. Thank y'all for watching.